So that's a big question as well. I mean, you touched on it earlier with something you said. It's about the diversity and the inclusion in the tech environment. Now, what does it take? So it's not even diversity in terms of sex or race per se, but it's even age as well. Because when you have people who have done something a conventional way predominantly, there are no, say for example, younger people in the room to say that wouldn't work for me. I wouldn't be able to get a mortgage based on this algorithm,
Exactly.
based on this set rules. So it's about sort of having, that's the essence of this collaboration, and having a mixed sort of group or mixed room, so
It's a
that
decision
a lot of
making.
these gaps,
Yeah, it's a
yes, are
decision
not
making.
missed out.
If you strip it back in a general term, when we're having these algorithms programmed, the people who make the decisions at the moment are predominantly 80% white males, 20% others. Now, that doesn't reflect society and it doesn't work. There's been instances with Alexa where, young girls have said, when's the World Football Finals on? Meaning the women's football finals, the World Cup. There is no World Cup this year, because it's not being programmed for this diversity. And that's a huge
Yes.
problem. And similarly with the mortgages, the mortgage is based around the stereotype, probably my age, over 50s, living, cohabiting with a partner, got a teenager about to go to university. No, not everybody looks like that. I mean, some people my age have never been married, they're quite transient, they've got money. There's instances of millionaires who've never, ever, ever had credit because they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Decided
Don't
to go
believe in
for
it.
a
Yeah. Yeah.
mortgage, can't get one. They might have millions in the bank, but they can't get a mortgage because they've never had credit. So they're invisible. And then you broaden that out to a person at the other end of the scale who also has never had credit. They're also excluded from transacting, because basically the inclusion is the ability to transact, not to hold a bank account with an incumbent. It's just to transact. And that's where the kind of broader thinking in the decentralized finance world is interesting. It's a bit of a Wild West. If you are going to go down that route, then take some advice from people who are already playing in the area. That's what I've done, because it's just, you have to have the time and the space to wrap your head around what's going on at the moment before you start investing or doing Bitcoin and Ether and messing around with how you invested. But in theory, what I'm learning from them is that we could have a better system whereby you kind of get a return on paying your mortgage every month. You get some percentage back for paying, because the money is traded off and lent across like this decentralized system. So what always fascinated me about blockchain and Bitcoin was this kind of, for want of a better word, showing my age, like a hippie concept, that nobody owned it, that we all contributed to it, and we kept the miners trustworthy because it was an immutable system. Everybody could see it. Nobody could change it once it went into the blocks and was encrypted.
Yeah.
And therefore, hey man, we're all part of this.
It's a market system. Yeah.
Yeah. Rather than, you pay to have a current account, you pay to have access to your own money. And then you're also charged 39% now if you go into an overdraft. Some companies operate on their overdraft, but imagine their charges per day. So there's something very wrong in our financial systems, and that spills over into the social systems, because if we strip it back, like you say, that basic ability to transact underpins a lot of our social life. If you can't transact, even in cash, because you don't have an account, or you're stuffing your cash under the bed, for want of a better word, you still got problems. You've still got problems dealing with our systems and the interaction of those systems that kind of say, computer says no to you, but yes to you, because you fit this profile better.
It's not robust. That's not very robust, isn't it?
It's not equitable. I mean, I bandy this term because in academia, the research councils came up with this strap line. What I liked was an equitable digital society, and I thought, yeah, that's something to aim towards. And there's lots of, there's not just me, there's loads of people driving this. And the key to that, again, is collaboration. Understand that businesses need
collaboration. Yeah,
understand businesses need to make money, period. Otherwise you wouldn't do it. But also, can we have a bit more of that digital responsibility of what businesses are doing digitally? So with digital and data within their companies, are they being ethical? What are the reasons they're keeping people's data? What are they doing with it, etc.? And then by the company. So if the company are using your data to build tools or whatever, what's the consequences of that? How does it work? I mean, for instance, GDPR came out, and we had this flurry of, you probably got them as well, emails saying, oh, we want you to keep with us, please sign up to our GDPR, otherwise we're going to break the law, basically. And now what do we do? It's kind of become a norm that it flashes up and you just go, you don't read the T's and C's, just go, yes, because you want to see what's on the page. So GDPR, in a means to protect you and your data, has now become a kind of trade-off between, oh, my data privacy, desire to see what's on the page. Guess which one's stronger for a human? Desire.
Desire.
Whatever it is, whether it's something about England, whether it's Roger Federer, whatever, a horse on a page, it's something, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, I agree. Yeah, agree, fine. Just show me what's on the page. And this is a difficulty we've got, and this is why, Oxford and Cambridge have got ethical AI centres and centres looking at this. But I want to push it a little bit further to broaden it out about, not just in the financial vertical, but across like data, cybersecurity, society, business, and even education, because we've got kind of a gap in the educator side.
Oh, yes.
Because if you look at the universities, how many people have fintech in their title? There's only me in the business school. And even then it's in brackets. It's not officially recognised as a subject. It has no specific programme for it. And that's something that needs to be changed. And